That's my question, but if I could, I'd have a few comments.
Okay.
I don't want to press this too long. I want to listen to everybody else, and maybe clarify a few things to come. First of all, just to be clear, a lot of people have said today we appreciate.
Can you turn?
I'm having trouble. See, these are the decision makers up here. So, y'all are a great choir. All right, these are decision makers. Actually, this fellow over here who's trying to stay invisible. That's the decision maker. Maybe I'll talk to Tom and we'll get all this in the conversation. How's that? So anyway, first of all, you heard a lot of relief today that we weren't here in an adversarial argument about the work order standards. That came off the table. That's wonderful. Now let's get all our focus and attention on how to make this really good plan. And I think you've heard a lot of people talk about that. I think some of us have all alluded to the good and also the frustration of science. I think the team here, the consultants, the agencies are to be commended for the tremendous amount of data that we've now assembled. We now know more about the lagoon than we ever knew before. But we also know there's a whole lot we don't know. And I'm sorry I can't answer the gentleman's question up here about cause and effect. I can tell you, we all look at this. We don't know, but we need more information. And I know it's not popular to talk about need for more science, but we need more science. That's a big deal. So, let's keep that in the queue. On the project list, I think we've got some clarification. Stormwater, great bang for the buck. But you hear there are concerns about how we do a little bit more. We've got to address the septic tank issue. I know this is just a small part of this, but most people have heard me say this. Everybody wants to be number one in something, but why Volusia County wants to be number one in septic tanks is beyond me. So we're at 100,000 and counting now. And so we now know what we're dealing with here in Southeast Volusia. And frankly, it's manageable. It's expensive. Oak Hill can't afford it, but we got to tee this thing up in a way that we can attract legislative support. Part of this is trying to figure out the difference between baseline and septics. And the mayor's comment, you have all these septic tanks. Some of them haven't worked in years. They're right on these canals, and that's where it's just bleeding in the system. And I think we pretty much all know that. By the way, so we talked about, and everybody should be aware of, Brevard County, just last week, their county commission passed an ordinance which requires when a septic tank fails or when a new septic tank is put in either on the beach side or within any river lagoon zone, that it meets the new standards. And that would go a long ways as a stopgap measure. On the educational issue, we did hear some genuine concerns about how do we make this better. We've got some great things going, Project HTO with the Marine Discovery Center and others. I would say that the language that we usually use in the BMAPs might be a better, way to pump this up a little bit to try to really give us some encouragement to try to get these education programs going that would be very well. I'm going to address the project list. Let me see, I think there was cigarettes. You see that we really do have a difference of opinion, and maybe it's just about data on the quality of the cigarettes issue. Your data basically goes through 2015 because at the time you had to have a cutoff point, and the Water Management District had not yet finished their updates. They did that this time last year. I get the reports on a monthly basis. I'm sure others do as well. As Billy and others said, there's been a crash since basically 2016. And so that's what people are reacting to. And to go out and see what was once this vast, beautiful underwater rainforest, with all these patches of dead grass is a real factor. So we've got, as we increase the amount of monitoring that's going on, we got a ground truth that I know that Marine Discovery Center and others have been part of this, UCF been part of it, but we've got to pull all this stuff together so that we all have confidence that we're all looking at the same stuff. And I think that's part of the cause for some of the issues. I think, on phosphorus, wait, I gotta look at my Edgewater people. No discussion, there's just kind of a passing thought here about wastewater. New Smyrna hasn't put a drop of effluent in 5 years. Edgewater is now back up to authorization of I think 83 was it 830,000 gallons a day, because mostly weather discharge. You know, we're gonna have to start figuring out some additional enhancements there as well. And what I understand is, of course, the plan says, you know, it goes without saying, the lagoon is now declared impaired. That's one thing that's happened since we started. Secretarial order came down in June or July, and one of the impairments is fecal coliform. So it's one thing that's on the list, and I know this is most of that nutrients, but that's out there. So process. Where do we now the question? Process, because my comments will be revised, will be others. The current draft is mostly about the revised targets. I presume that what goes forward will have some additions or changes in that approach. How are we bringing this in for landing? Is there going to be another draft? Is this our last meeting? Is there going to be another meeting? It has an approval process, both in Tallahassee and EPA. So if you have an answer to that, then I'll sit down.
Well, the team that's put this together has given me a list of what the next steps are, but if anyone wants to add to that, please feel free. So first and foremost are your comments. So nothing happens till we get everybody's public comments by November 2nd. Once we have those, DEP will get a final revised plan based on comments and the changes that we've talked about today from the cities, the county, DOT, from the team. So there'll be a revised document. DEP will review that document and take action on that. And then from that process, I think it goes to secretarial adoption. So that's the DEP secretary needs to adopt the plan because it is a regulatory mechanism and it's being basically becoming part of a regulatory tool for water quality. And then it goes to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Our region is Atlanta, so it goes up to those folks in Atlanta, and they also have to review and approve it before Julie and her group can move the water body from impaired, as you said, to that it has a plan in place that is addressing the impairment. And then beyond that, like Brett talked about from the very beginning, the plan is important because it gives us our path, but there will be additional meetings as we go along, as projects are implemented, check-in meetings on talking about changes the month, checking in on monitoring, checking in on projects.
What kind of time frame are we looking at?
Time frame for the restoration?
Well, just the process to start here. So we hope that we can have the plan adopted by the end of the year. So implementation can start. Implementation can start now. It doesn't need to wait on the plan, but obviously, there's advantages to having the plan in place.
Sir, you had a question?
Yeah, no, real quick, I want to, if I can, just respond to Tracy Barlow, City Manager of City of Edgewater, and I want to respond to his friends from Edgewater, and just give a quick update. Is most recently, the City Council has received a grant to help extend our reclaim lines out west and then into another area off Park Avenue for an opportunity to take advantage of other discharge opportunities away from the river itself. And so they also approved a $5 million grant, I guess it was. I mean, a $5 million loan, if you will, with that project as well. So we're going to extend the reclaim lines out. We've converted all of our medians, we've converted all of our parks over to reclaim as well. And similar to City of New Smyrna Beach, we have petitioned every one of our golf courses to actually take our reclaimed as well. So.
Is there any
and there's no golf courses in Edgewater, by the way.
Fisherman's Cove
In comparison to New Smyrna's 5.
Fisherman's Cove is a pretty new neighborhood in Edgewater, and we don't have the ability to reclaim water. Is there any chance that we could have that ability in the future?
Yes, absolutely. It's in the plans. Is a halfway between Edgewater and Fisherman's Cove. Is we own a water booster station, treatment and booster station. We also have property there to do. Is it a 2 million gallon? I think it's a 2 million gallon ground storage tank for reclaim, so we can extend lines down there. So as that funds become available and grants us up, so the city council, previous mayor is here as well from Edgewater and the candidate as well. Previous council and current council now in the city of Edgewater has taken this issue extremely serious. And
I have a waterfront property, and I would love to have that ability.
Absolutely. Well, you're currently a county customer now. We're negotiating, the county and the cities, we're still in negotiations to do better as working together as utilities and who owns what, how we get services. But, you know, I assure you from the city of Edgewater is they've taken it very serious is when they put a $5 million loan, you know, in their debt capacity to make these differences. They are very serious. So, okay? I just apologize for that update. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so, once again, and if you have any issues with, email, we can certainly accommodate that, so just please